2K18 tutorial number 55, and also this is my MyTeam tips and tricks video number 1. Alright, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to beat Domination and what are my go-to tactics in Domination and also in MyTeam. The key is actually, as you can see here, is to dominate the CPU with all of the gameplay tutorials I have shown you throughout the year. So the other all 54 of them pretty much, well, some of them, not all. So today I will be teaching you guys the basic offense I like to use for Domination, Supermax, and on MyTeam. So essentially what I like to do on MyTeam to attack. We will only be using the pace motion cuts today because I want to show you guys one thing at a time. So no playsets, but this pace motion cuts is also great for Supermax and Domination. Also, I will be showing you guys how to play lockdown defense on Domination and on MyTeam in the next tutorial after this one, but today is offense only. So here are the required lineup and cards and the gameplay settings you need to play well on MyTeam in my style. So essentially I'm going to be showing you the specific types of players you will need to crush Domination, Supermax, and play well in MyTeam in general. So for the starters, this is what you want. You want a lead handler and a dominating big man. So in my case, my lead handler is Dwayne Wade. Ideally, it's nice if he can shoot, but if he can't, it's okay. Now the dominating big man usually has to be the center, and that's a guy who can roll and post, and to me, that's Shaq. Now you're always going to be needing a stretch 4, but since I just started out my team, so this is kind of like a budget kind of thing going on, so I got Darius Miller, that's my stretch 4, so who's a small forward, but essentially you want a stretch 4. So and as for the point guard and shooting guard position, you always want to have a wing and D guy that can also handle. So in my case, this is George Hill. There are better players, but in my case, it's George Hill. And as for the final player, your 5th starter, that's the secondary handler, and he also needs to be, and he has to be a shooter. So in my case, that's Kyrie Irving. So this is the kind of starting lineup that I like. 3 shooters, 3 handlers, 1 dominating big man, ideally 4 handlers if you can, but having 3 is enough for the system I run on Domination and MyTeam for a lot of success. Now in terms of the bench, you will need a backup stretch 4 obviously. So in my case, this is Doug McDermott. Not ideal, but like I said, I'm just starting out, I will get better cards. And you also need a backup big man who can roll and shoot, or who can roll and post. So depending on who you can get, but for me this is Mason Plumlee, who can roll and post. And for the other option I have is Dario Saric, who can roll and shoot. So you should, ideally you only want one of them, but I got 2 here, so it doesn't really matter. And as for the wings, you want guys who can handle, defend, and shoot. So for me, my other backup handler is Jeff Teague, who can defend a little, shoot a little, and handle a little. Not the best player, but that's his role. And the backup wing is usually someone who can shoot and defend and handle. So in my case, it's DeRozan, who can shoot and defend a little, but I mean, who can handle. He can't really shoot, but a better card down the line is fine. But you pretty much want 5 guys on your bench. So a rolling shooting big man or a rolling post-up big man, a straight up stretch 4, and then 2 handlers who can defend and shoot well. Alright, so you need 10 cards. 9 is okay too, 9 at least. And as for the settings, just do for best results, use the same setting as you can see here. So these are the coach settings that I use. Here are the settings that I use for shot meter and color and things like that, and the audio. I don't like to hear the commentators. This keeps me more focused, and I also take out all the cutscenes. And these are the controller settings. This is really important, so take a screenshot of this. You have to have the exact same thing for your offense to work here. And these are also my assist sliders and my custom passing target profile. I like to have all my passes dependent on pass direction, so that's my style. And as for the rebounds, make sure you set it to crash offensive board because that's OP this year. And for tempo, always push the pace because you need a high pace of Domination or Supermax. You need to score a lot in MyTeam because the difficulty is low. And freelance style is obviously motion cuts, and the exact freelance set that I will be using today is pace, and that's on page 3 after you touch left on the D-pad. So when you're on MyTeam, Domination especially, you play to win and you play to destroy the CPU. Test yourself by using the best tactics I've shown you all year long. And to play well, you need to play well with pace motion. I'll add in plays in the future, but in today's tutorial, I want to show you guys how to dominate Domination and in MyTeam with pace motion. So I ran 0 plays in these games. So this is pure freelance, and you guys know I have deadly sets. But I want to start out with this because I want to show you exactly just how powerful pace motion cuts is as a pure freelance on Domination and on MyTeam. So you can see this is the first Domination game. And I begin with the tutorial number 49, the handler and roller middle pace pick and roll. So my ideal handler is Wade, my ideal roller is Shaq. So you can see I'm going to that combo here with this pace middle pick and roll, and I suggest you do that with your lead handler and your lead big man, whoever those may be. But run this middle pace pick and roll with them and you're gonna get a lot of decent looks. And always push the ball up in transition, obviously. But if the transition doesn't work, you can just break back into the middle pace and roll like you see me do here. And before the pick comes, always time your crossover nicely, like I do there with the cross, and I get him into the pick. And then I just play basketball, kick it back out, because of the good spacing of pace motion is very deadly. And you want a good big man who can post, because if you combine your good big man, your leading big man, with my tutorial number 20, the postman will have an unstoppable spin move that is going to work all the time in isolation. And as for the rotation, I like to bring in my bench players about 3 minutes or 2 minutes left in the first quarter. What I like to do is I will take out my best postman and my secondary handler. I will keep the lead handler, and then I'm going to put all the bench guys on, and I'm going to need 3 shooters. So in my case, it's Teague, McDermott, I'm keeping Darius Miller, who's my starting stretch 4, Plumlee is on, and I keep Wade, who's my lead handler. And you can see when I have the backup big man on, I like to run tutorial 48 to 49, the wing pick and roll between lead handler and backup big, so I can attack the baseline with reverse actions, which is overpowering this year. And with about no time left in the first quarter, I would like to bring back my lead big man and my secondary handler shooter. So in this case, it's Kyrie and Shaq, and I will take Wade out, and I will just straight up rely on the post, because post gets you more points and it's very powerful to do. So I will combine tutorial 20 and tutorial number 49 and do my lead big man pace motion spin post move. As you can see here, I call quick post up in pace motion cuts, and I do my tutorial number 20 post move. So all of these tutorials, you can go to my all tutorial playlist and you can check it out. Make sure you watch them to learn the specific move. And here you can see me again with the pace motion cuts, quick post up, because I got shooters all around, nice ISO, easy spin move, the baseline is open every time, always consistent spacing. If you call it quick post up with pace motion cuts, you can always go back to your lead big man to do this unstoppable spin post move that I like to do from tutorial 20. You can go to there to learn the details, and you can say, I cannot be stopped doing this. I mean, I could reverse that for good measure, but why? It's Shaq. I'm just gonna throw it down. See, unstoppable. 12 points, all in the paint. I'm up 25 to 4. And obviously, you can also do tutorial number 49, middle pick and roll, pace motion, the secondary handler and Shaq. This is because Wade is resting, so I would do this with the secondary handler. This is why I preach that you should have a secondary handler on your team. And with about 3.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, I would bring back in all the starters, the 4 of them, and I'll run it with my backup stretch 4, who in my case is McDermott. Whoever you have, do it, but this is where I put in my backup stretch 4 with the 4 starters, so the starting stretch 4 can rest. And if you haven't figured it out, because if you have a stretch 4, you can do this entry pass from power forward to center, and you can do this quick post up out of pace motion with the spin move every time on Domination. You don't need to 5 out. You don't need to put Shaq on point guard. That's just stupid. You do this, it works just as great. Tutorial number 20, tutorial number 49. Watch those, can't be stopped. And here's tutorial number 39, plus 49. This is the pace motion reverse pick and roll. I like to do this with the backup guard and my leading big man, because anybody can hit that reverse layup in 2K, so this is great for the backup guard. And you can see me doing it with my backup guard again, who is George Hill. He's my wing and D guy. He's got a little bit of handles, but if there's no reverse, I kick it back to my leading big man. That's why you want a center who can post up, because I can run this wing side, wing bully ball on my team, which is very strong because the difficulty is just so slow. So you can see here, my transition attack got messy. I wanted to shoot that, but I didn't. So I'm just playing straight out of pace motion cuts now. So I'm actually using the freelance benchers after I run this wing pick and roll, which is poorly spaced. I don't like it. Wade can't shoot. So I did a bad job here. And I'm just going straight up. See, these are the motion benches triggered by the freelance, and I'm just reading and reacting. And I still got a good shot because of nice pace motion pick and cuts. And at the end of the second quarter, with about a minute to go, I would just go 4 bench guys with my secondary handler and shooter and a stretch 4 as my closing out unit before the half. So Kyrie is my secondary handler. This is why it's so important to have a secondary handler who can shoot and handle, because you can't always run your starting lead handler the whole game. It's just not efficient that way. So that's Kyrie's job for me. And make sure around halftime, if you are playing Domination, check at half to see how many more frees you need. You need a minimum of 5. So I took 2 there, so I'm gonna need 3 more, and I want to make a lot of them. So in the second half, I switched my strategy up. I like to go to tutorial number 31, the 5-out pick and fade. This also works in pace motion. I like to use that lead handler and the phase screen from the guard, and you can see it's deadly. This gets you a lot of drives. This is essentially an OP tactic for dunks and drives. If I run a lead handler, shooter, pick and fade, with pace motion, it breaks into 5-out spacing and just the defense cannot defend it. You can see guards, this is a guards pace pick and fade into a guard big pick and roll for free. So I started off with a pick and fade between guards, and I go guard and big, middle pick and roll, and then open Georgia up right in the corner, free ball. That's what I need. So when I need free balls, if I'm not running play sets, I like to run these guard pick and fade just into the flow of the offense, see what it breaks into, and if it doesn't work, I would follow the pace motion branches, see what comes up there, and if it still doesn't work, I will end up with this wing pick and roll on the side, which is absolutely deadly because a pick and fade 5-out in pace is unstoppable. So here I'm doing a lead handler stretch 4 pick and fade, so Way and McDermott, and you can see all that space in there. They don't know how to leave Shaq in the corner, so that's easy points all day long. And even if they leave Shaq, it's just not enough because your lead handler usually is a very good dunker. Here's another stretch 4 pick and fade that didn't work out. Sometimes it might not work, but you can break back into this middle pace pick and roll with your big man, and it will still shift the defense. You still get easy looks. And here is tutorial 54, the step back I taught you guys. Watch me do it. Wing pick and roll into the middle, step back free with Kyrie. This is also another way I like to hunt down frees in Domination because I always get open doing it. So watch, I started with a wing and Kyrie pick and fade, nothing. I tell Shaq to come out in the corner, so there's a lot of momentum. I hit Shaq, then I do a step back, tutorial 54, hold right stick, hold turbo. That's a nasty shot. So in the end, you see I'm 4 out of 5 from free, so I got that requirement I needed. I'm shooting 90% field goal percentage. I won by 80 to 30, okay? So the other tutorials you see online about Domination, no. Putting Shaq in point guard is silly. Like, I won by 50 points shooting 90% doing this. This is good basketball. Also really great defense, which I will talk about in the other tutorial. I'll show you guys the settings you need to dominate on Domination. So I was able to finish this game pretty easily, and I got Jeremy Lin out of it. It's okay, he's a good lead guard. The next game was the Bulls, and obviously I blew them out, so I'm not going to show you that much. But then I got Mirotic, so this is here. So he's actually a true stretch 4. So now I can replace Darius Miller and McDermott with this guy. And I want to show you guys the full game. So this game is the rest of the video is going to be every possession, offensive possession I had against the Sixers. And I actually also want to talk to you guys about the MyTeam content that I have coming up on this channel. So enjoy this gameplay, but let me talk with you for a second about MyTeam. So I know you guys love my tutorials, the playsets and stuff. I actually love playing MyTeam. I just usually start late because I don't like to play until I figure everything out. And, you know, after 54 tutorials, I probably figured all the stuff out. So I will be starting to grind Domination. I understand a lot of you will be like, oh Sam, I want to see you do this against all-time Domination, historic Domination. Like, trust me, I want to do that too. But family, I gotta get there, man. I'm not like these young guys out here. I got a real job, real family going on. I can't grind this all the time. So you guys gotta give me a break. I'm trying my best to grind these. Like yesterday, I grinded 3 games. Like 3 games a day to me is a real grind. I don't have a lot of time, but I will get there. And throughout my journey, I would like to show you guys that like everything I learned on MyTeam and everything I figured out in the other game modes that do apply on MyTeam. So let me know if you guys enjoy seeing content like this. As I go through Domination, obviously things will improve. Like as you saw in a couple of these games, I haven't really even abused the free throw mechanic that much, where it's like if I get 10 free throws, I get more MT. Like I know how to do that, but I first need to get a playbook. Like I still need to like earn the goals that I need to get to the auction house. But I do feel this tutorial is very important because I want to show you guys just how deadly the freelance pace motion cuts is alone on MyTeam, as you can see here. Like some of these gameplays, you see, I'm completely destroying the computer, and you can apply this to Supermax too. It's just, I will show you Supermax footage down the line once I get into the auction house because I want a playbook. And I will also be showing you guys all the best playbook sets for Domination when I get my hands on one. I think I'll be able to get a playbook by tonight. I'm 1 goal away from grinding it down there. So let me know what kind of MyTeam footage you guys want to see. You want to see more Domination, or how to do Domination, you want to see Supermax, or how to build a proper team, because obviously as I get into the auction house, as I grind more Domination, I get more MT, I get more cards. I will also be building a lot more teams, and once I get really good cards, I can also show you guys specific tutorials for the cards you guys want to see. playbook cards are actually very deadly. So once I get into the auction house, I'll show you guys the best playbook cards available in the game. I will be making these MyTeam tutorials, probably 1 or 2 a week. So just in the comment section, let me know whatever kind of MyTeam content you would like to see. Tell me, but do please understand, I can't grind as much as some of these young guys out here. So I will show you guys whatever I play, but I will be showing you a lot. This just won't be that fast. Like there's no way you will see me tomorrow with a all-time how to beat all-time domination tutorial, because I'm not gonna get there in 2 days. I just can't. Or my like, yeah, I'll get fired. Things of that negative nature. But I do want to get this MyTeam journey going, because I have seen a lot of the how to beat domination or how to play MyTeam tutorials out there, and a lot of them is preaching 5 out and putting Shaq in point guard. Now, does that work? Yeah. But do you want to do that? No. Because 2K is about growth to me. Like, Domination is actually one of the best games, because you at least have to pay maybe 100 or 110 games for Domination or whatever. Like, if you put Shaq at point guard for 110 games and you grind through Domination and you get whatever, you will come out of that a way worse player than you were originally, because you are stunting your growth by using a tactic that you cannot apply in real competition. Alright? You can't do that against humans, you can't do that against anywhere really. And if you do that, you're hurting yourself. And people teaching you that, I respect their content, but like, no, like, don't do that, man. People are trying to learn. You gotta teach them real things. You gotta teach them that help them grow. Telling someone to put Shaq at point guard is not helping someone grow. You're stunting their 2K growth. So I don't appreciate that. So you saw what I did here. I actually can get more MT than those guys doing just this. And this is not even with plays. Like, you should see me do this with plays, because I know how to get 10 free throws, but I need a play to do it. So I need the right playbook. And when I get the right playbook, I'll show you guys. But my point is, you saw me beat the Brooklyn Nets or the Bulls or whatever by like 50, 40 points. Right? And I played proper basketball. When I say proper, I mean like the way I was showing you how to play. That style is actually translatable into real competition. So if you follow this style of play, just the pace motion alone, and there's more options, but just the pace motion alone, you will go through 100 games of domination of actual 2K growth. So by the time you finish domination, you will be like pace, motion, freelance god. Like, you would be doing the spin move and those reverse layups on the baseline like a machine. You would not be posting other point guards up with Shaq, okay? That's not helping anybody. Would you get for domination? Yes, but you don't stunt player growth. Like, I mean real players, like you guys. I care about all of your player growth. I really do. Otherwise, you can tell by the tutorials I make. I mean, I got like 55 of these. I care about your growth. So you see in this gameplay, it's all Sixer stuff. Just this is what it looks like when I flow through the whole thing. It doesn't look as smooth because I didn't edit it out. Like, I showed you everything. Some of the points I couldn't show you because they were straight off turnovers. Like, I steal the ball. I'm actually very, very good at stealing on my team. I will show you guys how to do that. I can average like maybe 8 steals a game on domination. Yeah, I am really good at stealing the ball on my team. There's a way to do it. That will be in the defensive tutorial tomorrow. So obviously, like, I'm crushing them 50 to 22 here. Like, I'm playing solid defense, and I gotta show you guys how to do that too. But I prefer to separate these because defense and offense is 2 different games on 2K. So this is the offense I run. Tomorrow, I'll show you guys how to use specific settings to do very well on domination, MyTeam, Supermax, or whatever. It all applies. But what I'm trying to show you here is, this is what I do for now against domination to get 3 stars. And I will grow because, like I told you guys, I focus on growth. So by the time I finish domination, I will have way better tactics than what you see here. But this is what I use so far, and obviously it works. I get 3 stars. I get like twice the MT that I need. I think I only need 350, and I can get up to like 650 or like close to 600. So we will be growing in MyTeam together, and as I get better cards, I'll get onto Supermax, and then when I go through that journey, we will be going to Supermax 2. Because you guys know, I play a lot of play now online, and by nature, that's a harder difficulty. And also the teams are not as stacked unless you do all-time teams on play now. I don't really do that. I like to use bad teams. It's more fun. But on MyTeam, it's not lower difficulty, way better players, and way more customization. So I will be showing you guys all of that. So I'm very excited. So if you enjoy this content, please add me a like, and please support my MyTeam tips videos. I do still consider them tutorials because, like, you can learn how I run pace motion cuts on there. Like, if you watch this, you can take this to play now online too. It's applicable to everywhere. But my point is, if you guys enjoy this, please support me, because it is much harder and much more time consuming for me to make my team content, because I actually need to grind, I need to build up the cards, I need to earn MP and stuff. Like with Play Now Online, I just gotta play a game and I just gotta customize on Play Now and show you guys the roster and playbook I like to see. I mean, like on my team, I have to buy the playbook before I can show you how to use it on my team. I can't, like, right? Like regular game mode, I could just do it. But like now I gotta earn MT, it just takes up a lot of my time. So I would appreciate if you guys support the My Team content as much as the other content. They're all relatable. Like if you don't like My Team, you can still watch this, because now you know how I run pace motion in 20-minute styles, right? So as always, thanks for coming by. More tutorial coming this week. Defensive settings tutorial tomorrow on how to defend well. So keep an eye out for that. As always, thanks for coming. I'll see all of you next time.